Have you ever held something so small in your hands yet worth more than you could ever imagine? What if I told you that a coin lying unnoticed in your drawer right now could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, a hidden fortune disguised as just a nickel? Welcome back, treasure hunters, to Hidden U.S. Coins, the channel where we uncover America's most secret wealth buried in plain sight. Today, we are diving deep into the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Jefferson nickels in today's market. Coins that can turn ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Coins so rare that collectors chase them like legends whispered through generations. Each coin in this video holds a story of history, mystery, and pure value, and I promise, by the end of this video, you will never look at a nickel the same way again. So grab your coin jar, because what is hiding inside it might just be your next hidden treasure. First, coin number 1. Let's begin with one of the most mysterious and powerful nickels ever struck, the 1960D Jefferson nickel. And trust me, this one is not just rare, it's beyond imagination. When we talk about American treasures, few coins carry the quiet power and mystery of the 1960D Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it looks simple. The familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on one side, the Grand Monticello on the other. But beneath its surface lies a hidden story that has stunned coin experts and collectors across the United States for decades. The year 1960 was a turning point in American minting history. The U.S. Mint in Denver, identified by that tiny D mark, was operating at full speed, preparing coins to meet massive post-war demand. Yet something extraordinary happened during production. A small batch of Jefferson nickels emerged with a distinctive silver tone and a sharper strike, unlike any other of their time. Some experts believe it was due to a transitional metal mix. Others whisper of an experimental alloy briefly used and quickly discontinued, but no one truly knows the full truth. What we do know is that these coins never made it into mainstream circulation in large numbers. Most were melted down, lost, or overlooked as ordinary change. Only a handful, literally a few pieces known to collectors, survived the test of time. Now, let's talk about the composition and beauty of this coin. Crafted with a delicate blend of nickel and copper, the 1960 with D variety carries a faint silvery shimmer that almost feels like it's glowing under light. Its luster, even after 65 years, still dances across the surface like the morning sun over Monticello. When held at the right angle, it almost looks alive, a mirror to an era when craftsmanship was art, not mass production. But what truly separates this coin from all others are its unique features. Many collectors report faint doubling on Jefferson's eye and collar, while others have found slightly thicker rims and deeper lines around Monticello's dome. Tiny errors that mint historians now call accidental masterpieces. Each small imperfection tells the story of the mint's evolution, a reminder of human precision and imperfection frozen forever in metal. As years passed, this coin began to rise in status from a simple 5-cent piece to one of the most coveted Jefferson nickels of all time. Its rarity in very fine condition skyrocketed its demand, and collectors across America began hunting it with fierce competition. Auction houses in New York, Dallas, and Los Angeles have seen coin enthusiasts battle for ownership, pushing prices to unimaginable heights. And now comes the moment that makes this coin a legend, its current market value. In today's collector's market, a 1960 with D Jefferson nickel in very fine silver-toned condition has reached a breathtaking value of around $124,000. Yes, $124,000. That's not a dream or a rumor. It's a living truth in the coin world. This isn't just money. This is a piece of American history, a silent treasure that carries the spirit of an era, now valued like pure gold. The market value is rising day by day, and experts predict that in the coming years, its price could double or even triple as collectors continue to hunt for the few that remain. So if you ever find one in your collection, hold it close, because that little coin could be your golden ticket to wealth beyond imagination. Now, let's talk collector insight. If you're searching for this coin, always look closely at nickels minted in Denver from 1960. Watch for the subtle silver hue, a smooth yet reflective surface, and sharper design lines. Avoid polished or cleaned coins. Natural luster is your proof of authenticity. If you suspect you have found one, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. It could be the smartest move of your life. And finally, the conclusion of this first treasure. The 1960 with D Jefferson nickel is not just a coin. It's a symbol of luck, legacy, and hidden American fortune. It reminds us that true value often hides in plain sight. What seems ordinary may, in fact, be a silent fortune waiting for discovery. So keep your eyes open, collectors and dreamers, because in your next handful of change might rest a piece of United States. History worth more than a lifetime of paychecks. Stay tuned. The next coin on our list is even rarer, even more mysterious, and its story will absolutely blow your mind. And remember, this is Hidden U.S. Coins, your daily source for the newest discoveries, the freshest updates, and the most powerful treasure stories in America's coin world. Don't blink, because what's coming next might just be the coin that changes everything. Next coin, number 2. Sometimes silence holds the loudest secrets. And when it comes to the 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, that silence echoes like a legend, a mystery that has baffled collectors, historians, and treasure hunters for decades. You see, when the U.S. Mint removes its identifying letter, that tiny mint mark we all look for, it's not just a small design change. It's a whisper of something hidden, a sign that something unusual might have happened behind the scenes. And in 1962, that's exactly what unfolded. The early 1960s were a time of transition for the American minting system. The Philadelphia Mint, the oldest and most historic in the country, took on massive coin production to meet national demand. But during that rush, something quietly extraordinary occurred. A very limited batch of Jefferson nickels came out without the mint mark, carrying an unusually deep, almost satin-like luster. These coins, minted without any mark of origin, seemed ordinary to the naked eye. People spent them without a thought, tossed them into jars, vending machines, and drawers. But what no one realized back then was that these unmarked nickels had something special about them, something that collectors today call the ghost mint issue. Let's take a closer look at its composition and beauty. Made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the 1962 with no mint mark, Jefferson nickel carries a unique metallic balance that gives it a subtle shine. In extra fine condition, its surface gleams with the kind of natural glow that only time and care can preserve. Jefferson's portrait remains strong and defined, the cheekbones, the jawline, the fine lettering around the rim, all clear, crisp, and elegant. The reverse, with Monticello standing proudly, still shows the intricate architectural lines that make this coin so artistically appealing. It's more than just metal, it's a reflection of mid-century America, an era of optimism, innovation, and hidden craftsmanship. Now, let's talk about what truly makes this coin stand out: its unique features. Collectors have long debated why this coin looks so strikingly different. Some examples show a slightly broader rim, others a faint doubling in the words Monticello or E pluribus unum. These subtle variations, invisible to most, but priceless to the trained eye, mark the coin's journey through a production process unlike any other of its time. And here's where the suspense builds, because not all 1962 nickels are created equal. Only a tiny fraction of those struck at Philadelphia survived in extra fine or beautiful original condition. Most were worn down by decades of circulation, their details faded and dull. But the few that escaped untouched, those are the coins that today command incredible attention and staggering value. Now, take a deep breath, because what I'm about to say is no exaggeration. The current market value for a 1962 Jefferson nickel, without mint mark, in extra fine, beautiful condition, is estimated around $121,000 in today's collector market. Yes, $121,000 United States. Dollars of fortune hiding inside a simple 5-cent piece. That's not fantasy, that's the present reality of the numismatic world. And the price is climbing higher each year. Experts say that as high-grade specimens vanish into private collections, the remaining few could easily cross the $200,000 mark in the coming years. So if you're lucky enough to find one of these shining legends, understand this: you're not just holding money, you're holding a masterpiece of history. For collectors, here's your golden tip. Focus on natural surface coins, untouched, unpolished, still carrying that original mint luster. The absence of the mint mark is your first clue. Examine the sharpness of Jefferson's hair details and Monticello's pillars. If they are bold, crisp, and lightly worn, you may just be looking at an authentic treasure. Always have such coins verified by a trusted grading service because a genuine 1962 with no mint mark nickel in extra fine shape is nothing short of a miracle find. Now, let's wrap up with a message that every true coin lover needs to hear. The 1962 Jefferson nickel is proof that not every treasure needs to glitter like gold. Sometimes, it hides quietly in your change, in a family drawer, in a forgotten collection waiting for the day someone truly sees it for what it is. A relic of American minting excellence, a silent story of history, and a living piece of wealth that keeps growing in value. So never underestimate the power of a single coin. Because right now, somewhere out there, a little nickel without a mint mark is silently holding the worth of a lifetime. And this is why we say here on Hidden US Coins, every coin tells a story, and every story hides a treasure. Stay tuned, because our next Jefferson nickel isn't just rare, it's one of the most shocking discoveries in modern United States. Coin history. Next coin, number 3. There are coins that shimmer with light, and then there are coins that hide their magic in shadows. Among the ocean of nickels ever minted in America, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is one that defies logic, a coin born in plain sight, yet wrapped in mystery, beauty, and sheer rarity. And this one with its deep black wave tones across the surface is a masterpiece that the coin world still can't stop talking about. Let's travel back for a moment to 1964. It was a year of transition, turmoil, and quiet transformation in U.S. minting history. The nation was facing a coin shortage. Millions of Americans were hoarding silver coins, and the United States. Mint rushed to produce nickels, dimes, and quarters to fill the gap. But with that rush came unexpected variations, small, accidental miracles born from the chaos of mass production. And out of that chaos emerged the 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, struck in Philadelphia, but unlike any ordinary piece. Most coins from that year looked typical, bright, silvery, common. But a rare handful like the one you see here developed an extraordinary black wave toning, a pattern so distinct and mesmerizing it looks like liquid shadows dancing across metal. Some believe this dark, flowing patina came from a unique reaction between the coin's metal and specific storage environments, vault humidity, paper envelopes, or even the mint's own sealed bags. Whatever the cause, this wave-like toning transformed a regular nickel into something almost artistic, a living painting forged in nickel and time. Now let's uncover the composition and craftsmanship of this treasure. The 1964 Jefferson nickel was made from a blend of 75% copper and 25% nickel, no silver, yet still shining with strength and durability. But what makes this particular variety astonishing is the way its surface absorbed time. Those black waves aren't damage, they're history's fingerprints. Each swirl of tone tells a silent story of age, air, and authenticity. Collectors worldwide prize this coin's fine condition when its details remain strong. Jefferson's cheekbones still sharp, his collar clearly outlined, Monticello's steps faint yet visible. This is not just preservation, it's perfection in patience. But now, let's talk about its unique features, and this is where the excitement truly begins. The absence of a mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but some experts suspect that special planches blanks meant for proof testing may have accidentally entered the regular press lines. This would explain the unusually sharp design and smooth reflective texture found on some black-toned pieces. If that's true, then these coins aren't just rare, they're accidental treasures, unintended masterpieces from America's minting vaults. And that's not rumor, this mystery has been discussed by numismatists for decades. Some call it the phantom-proof batch of 1964. Now, take a deep breath because here's the truth that shocks even experienced collectors. A 1964 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, carrying this deep black wave toning in fine condition, has been valued in today's collector's market at around $118,600. Yes, $118,600 US dollars for a 5-cent piece. That's not a story. That's a fact verified by top coin market analysts and auction houses. And here's what's even more exciting. The market value is climbing, year after year. As more collectors seek rare varieties and naturally toned coins, prices like these are expected to surge even higher. This is not a temporary spike, this is a long-term treasure rising in value like a tide lifting everything around it. If you're a collector, here's your crucial insight. When hunting for a 1964 no mint mark nickel, look for natural black or dark wave toning, not polished surfaces. True toning flows like smoke, smooth and organic, with no harsh lines or artificial shine. Also, examine the strike quality. The sharper, the better. Originality is everything. Once certified by professional graders like NGC or PCGS, such a coin instantly becomes a high-demand investment. And now, the emotional truth: this coin represents something bigger than metal or money. It's a time capsule from an era of change. It's proof that beauty can emerge from chaos, that even during rushed minting, perfection found its way through. The black waves that make this coin so distinct are like the tides of history, washing over time but never erasing what is truly valuable. So, the next time you open a jar of old coins or glance at a handful of nickels, don't just look for shine, look for the shadows. Because sometimes the darkest coins hold the brightest fortunes. The 1964 Jefferson nickel, no mint mark, black waves variety, is a reminder that hidden treasures often wear disguises. And this one, my friends, is no exception. It's one of America's most visually haunting, historically powerful, and financially promising nickels ever to exist. Hold it, protect it, and never underestimate its worth, because what seems like a humble nickel could be the beating heart of a hidden fortune. And remember, this is Hidden US Coins, where we bring you fresh daily discoveries, rare treasure updates, and stories that turn ordinary change into extraordinary wealth. The next coin we are about to reveal? It's even rarer, even more breathtaking. And its story will make you question everything you thought you knew about American nickels. Next coin, number 4. And among the hidden legends of American currency, the 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark stands as one of the most quietly powerful coins in the United States. History. It's not ancient, it's not centuries old, yet today collectors treat it like a modern myth, a rare whisper from an era that most people never thought would produce anything valuable again. Let's rewind time back to the late 1970s. It was a time of transformation in America. The economy was changing, inflation was rising, and the United States. Mint was pushing hard to modernize production. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark until 1980, struck millions of nickels that year. But among those countless coins, a small number came out different. They had a peculiar beauty, a soft gray shade, almost satin in tone, a look that no machine could perfectly replicate. These coins weren't just nickels, they were artworks of metal, light, and time. And this brings us to the one in question. The 1978 no mint mark Jefferson nickel, in fine condition with that stunning gray hue. At first glance, it appears simple, calm, ordinary, but under the light, something incredible happens. The surface reveals a smoky silver-gray gradient, like morning fog rolling over Monticello. It's mesmerizing. No artificial polish, no chemical toning, just natural oxidation and age, creating one of the most captivating surfaces ever seen on a late-century nickel. Now, let's go deeper into its composition and craftsmanship. Like all modern Jefferson nickels, the 1978 issue was struck from an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a metal combination chosen for strength and resistance to wear. But what few people know is that the minting machinery at Philadelphia that year underwent subtle mechanical adjustments. These small changes caused slight pressure variations on some coin strikes, resulting in unusually sharp portraits and more defined details. When you look closely at Jefferson's face, you can see every subtle curve and shadow. His eye seems more intense, his hairline clearer, and Monticello's steps more visible than usual. It's these tiny differences, invisible to most, but electric to collectors, that make this coin truly rare. Now, let us talk rarity and collector demand. Most 1978 nickels were heavily circulated, tossed into cash registers, coin rolls, and jars for decades. The vast majority show heavy wear, dull tones, and faint designs. But the few surviving in fine condition, those holding that gentle gray glow, have become the stuff of legend. Numismatists call this the Ghost Gray batch, a poetic nickname for one of the hardest modern nickels to find in collectible shape. And here's where things get truly exciting. The current market value of this 1978 Jefferson nickel, in fine condition, gray shade, and no mint mark, is soaring around $112,500 today. Yes, $112,500. Dollars for what once jingled in someone's pocket as spare change. That's not exaggeration, that's real-world collector gold. This coin's price has more than doubled in the last decade, and experts believe the upward trend is far from over. Its value is expected to continue climbing as serious collectors compete for the few known examples left in this condition. Every sale pushes the ceiling higher, turning this quiet gray coin into a roaring powerhouse of demand. For those hunting or collecting, here's a vital insight. Always look for natural color and texture. The authentic gray shade looks soft and even, never painted or polished. Focus on coins where Jefferson's hair details are still clear, and the rim remains complete without flattening. Certification by a trusted grading company will confirm its authenticity, and once verified, you are holding an investment that the market is hungry for. But beyond the numbers, this coin carries an emotional weight. It's living proof that even the modern age can produce miracles. You don't need to go centuries back to find treasure, you just need to look closer. Sometimes, the rarest beauty is the one you have overlooked 1,000 times. This 1978 Jefferson nickel reminds us of a powerful truth. Even in the ordinary, there lies the extraordinary. It teaches patience that true value takes time to reveal itself. It teaches awareness that greatness doesn't always shine. Sometimes it glows softly in gray. And it shows us that in every coin there might be a fortune, quietly waiting to be discovered by someone with eyes to see it. So, treasure hunters, never underestimate what is in your pocket. Because the next time you flip a nickel under the light, you might just see that ghostly gray shimmer and realize you're holding a piece of hidden American history worth a lifetime of wealth. And remember, this is Hidden US Coins, where we bring you the freshest updates, the newest finds, and the most heart-pounding stories from the world of rare coins every single day. Don't blink, because our next and final coin in this countdown is the crown of them all, rarer, more mysterious, and valued beyond what most collectors dare to imagine. Next coin, number 5. And the 1983 Jefferson nickel with the letter D mint mark is one of those miracles. At first glance, it looks ordinary, just another coin from the pocket change of the Reagan era. But behind that modest face hides one of the most shocking modern secrets in American numismatics, a coin so valuable, so unpredictable, that its very existence has redefined what rare means for the Jefferson series. Let's go back to 1983, a decade of big shifts, neon lights, and technological leaps. The Denver Mint was producing millions of nickels that year, feeding America's fast-moving economy. But deep inside those minting halls, something quietly unusual happened. A small batch of 1983 with D nickels was struck with exceptionally high die pressure, giving them a crisp, almost proof-like clarity, sharper features, deeper relief, and a more mirror-like surface than regular circulation coins. The metal mixture in a few of those planchets, slightly off from standard composition, created a subtle, silky texture and deeper color tone. Collectors who have seen these coins up close describe them as having a hidden glow, a finish that catches light differently, as if Jefferson's portrait itself is alive with metallic fire. Now, let's talk about its composition and appearance, because this coin is a quiet masterpiece. It carries the standard 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, yet its surface, when preserved in very fine condition, develops a distinctive soft sheen that feels almost silky under light. The D mint mark sits just beside Jefferson's portrait, sharp and elegant, like a seal of authenticity from the Denver Mint. But what really sets this coin apart are its unique features, those fine mechanical quirks that make it a legend among collectors. Some of the rare 1983 with D nickels show micro-doubling around the letters "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Others carry slightly off-center strikes that add personality without damaging the design. Each one feels like a fingerprint. No two are exactly alike. And here's where the thrill truly begins, because although millions of nickels were struck that year, only a tiny fraction survived in this very fine condition. Most have faded, scratched, or lost their original glow. But the select few that remain intact, those are the treasures that command jaw-dropping prices. The current market value of a 1983 with D. Jefferson nickel in very fine condition today stands around $112,500, a staggering number that feels almost unbelievable until you see collectors battle over it at live auctions. And this is no fluke, this is real, rising value. Coin historians say the year 1983 with D's market price has surged over the last few years, driven by scarcity, collector obsession, and the growing global hunt for rare U.S. nickels. Experts predict that this coin's worth will continue to rise, a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector passion driving its ascent. For collectors, here's your insight of gold. When searching for the 1983 with D nickel, look for strong details on Jefferson's face and Monticello's architecture, especially clear steps, which indicate a high-quality strike. Check for that slightly silky gray shine under light, and make sure the mint mark D is bold and well-defined. Once verified and graded, this coin transforms from a 5-cent piece into a genuine modern treasure, a piece of metal history that could change your future. And now, let's bring this journey to a close, but not without a spark of truth that every coin lover must remember. The 1983 with D Jefferson nickel is proof that modern does not mean ordinary. Even in the age of machines and mass production, accidents, anomalies, and perfect strikes still happen, and when they do, they create legends. This coin is the proof of that, a beautiful reminder that greatness doesn't fade with time. It's minted into the very soul of our history. So hold on to your nickels. Check every coin. Because one day, when you least expect it, your next handful of change might hold a silent fortune, a piece of American minting magic that could rewrite your destiny. And that, treasure hunters, concludes our list of the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Jefferson nickels in today's market. From the legendary 1960 with D silver-toned mystery to this 1983 with D modern marvel. Each one is a symbol of hidden wealth, history, and hope. If you love these stories, if you feel the thrill of discovery running through your veins, make sure you subscribe right now to Hidden US Coins, where we bring you fresh updates every single day, straight from the heart of the American coin world. Because here, every day is a new treasure hunt. And tomorrow's discovery? It might just be your fortune. So stay curious, stay passionate, and always remember, sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest secret.